Hello, everybody. We're your one stop shop for all things positive in your fandoms. And welcome back if you're returning to us. And if you're new and that's something that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place. We're super glad you've stopped by. And this is Throwback Thursday. On Throwback Thursday, we talk a little bit about something that's in the news related to different fandoms, and then we give you a throwback movie that's somehow related to it. And today we're going to be talking about the possible I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel that's coming out, and we're going to review I Know What You Did Last Summer 1997. So let's jump into it. Okay, so with the Scream franchise bringing new life to itself, another Kevin Williamson original that he wrote, I Know What You Did Last Summer, based on the popular book of the same name, is being brought up for sequel possibilities. Now, this is actually kind of cool because it was a good movie back in the day, and they had a couple sequels, and the sequels left a little bit to be desired. Well, now they have decided to reboot it. And their goal is to actually bring back Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., who were the leads in the first two movies. After that, they kind of weren't in it. So it would be kind of curious to see where they bring them up at and how their lives have progressed in the aftermath of everything that happened. And do they actually mention what happened in the previous movies at all? I would prefer that they pick up from a certain point in time within the story and mention that something happened, or just don't mention it at all. Don't mention to us whether or not these other movies happened, because that leaves a lot of things for fans to continue to watch and enjoy without feeling that they've gone out of the realm of what is now canon. If I had to change one thing about the Halloween franchise that we got, the newer Halloweens that we got, would be that one thing. I would make it so that yes, these movies happened. That yes, all the stuff that you remember happened, and you don't have to jump on a canon. But, Hollywood will do what Hollywood does, and they oftentimes will take certain movies out of canon in the hopes that they can build upon a story that they want to build upon without having all this extra baggage. So in a lot of ways, yes, I get why they do it. Now, this is very important because Sony is doing this film and Kevin Williamson isn't going to be involved this time. But they're hoping to kind of garner the same level of excitement that the Scream movies got upon their revival recently. And I don't know. I think that this could potentially be a good concept to bring these two main characters back and really see where their lives have gone. So, Jennifer Caitlin Robinson is apparently directing, with Ly McKendrick as the person who wrote the script. And apparently when they brought this script to Sony, Sony was so blown away that they okayed the project. They're super excited about it, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's supposed to be a passing of the torch with some legacy characters, much the way Scream has done in recent movies, getting that whole we're going to pass the torch to new characters going on. As for Robinson, she's also responsible for the movie Do Revenge, which I've heard good things about. I haven't personally seen it. If you've seen it and you think it's good, let me know in the comments below. I'll check it out. I just haven't checked it out as of yet. And then she's also a writer on Thor, Love, and Thunder. And then she also was a producer on the Hawkeye series. So that's good stuff that she's been working with. At least it's big budget stuff. She knows her way around the film set in a couple different areas, it looks like. So maybe this is a good thing to have these two in charge of this movie. The first two I Know What You Did Last Summer movies were actually pretty good. The third and fourth one, not so much, but I still rather enjoyed them. I like the idea of the Fisherman Killer, and we might actually get to see the Fisherman again. Or in this case, he might be old enough that he's potentially dead, in which case we get to see someone else step in and take his place. Someone related to him who still knows what they did last summer. And, we go from there. I want to know what you guys think on this subject, though. Do you think that this would be a good movie? Now, let's jump into today's throwback movie review. So today's throwback movie review is I Know What You Did Last Summer from 1997, which it still kind of holds up today. It's one of those movies that at the time they modernized it a little bit from the book it was based on. And, that wasn't necessarily a bad thing then. Although I remember it coming out and people actually complaining that they did change some stuff within the story. They changed up quite a bit, actually, to where it almost didn't resemble the book at all. There were still elements of the book, and I highly recommend you read the book if you are interested in that. The book is by Lois Duncan, and she actually did a good job at writing a lot of young adult books back in the day. And some of these books were, in fact, turned into movies. And especially when you got to the height of I Know What You Did Last Summer, there were a few that were completely blatant ripoffs of some of her books, and then some of her other books were put up to adapt into films. However, we're not talking about any of those. We're talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer. And while the book is good, the movie actually does move a lot quicker than the book does. In the book, it takes a long time for you to actually get to see what's going on and know who the killer is, and the tension builds up in the book, but it is a book. So, for a movie, you have to do that quicker. You have to jump right into the action, and they really do that well in this movie. And so, if you have never seen this movie, basically they hit this guy on the road. They swear themselves to silence forever. Well, the next year comes along and somebody knows what they did on their summer vacation, and they start getting notes. They start getting notes telling them that they know what they did. And then all of a sudden, people start dying. And once the people start dying, it becomes who's doing this? Who's killing people in this whole scenario? Why are they killing them? How are they related to the person that they accidentally killed? So if you've seen that movie, go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of the conversation as well. Then, don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. It helps the channel. We appreciate it. And Miko says we need more subscribers, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You don't want to disappoint Miko. And then, friends, while you're there, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video we do. And at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.